of Disability Pride Month. And yes, the dogs are in the room. One of them literally just bumped the camera. Isn't that nice of them? Anyway, what I am here to talk to you about is about judging today. So, one of the things that I got better with, because I really do truly attribute this to learning about my disability, not just about my disability, but in coping with my disability, is that I'm slower to judge. Now that was not the case at the beginning of my disability, because I just thought everyone else needed to understand. Like it literally, I don't know, became the center of my life. And if people didn't understand my disability, then it was their fault, and it's because they didn't educate themselves. And like I was angry. I won't deny that I was angry. So what I learned was that I needed to let people know when it was too much for me, or just too right, like um things. But there were many things I wasn't even fully aware of. For instance, someone with a learning disability, until they have a learning disability, can't tell you that they have a learning disability. Like the awareness, one of my kids struggles. I would get frustrated and upset, but I didn't know. I just thought she didn't want to do her homework. um, I think I could have been more understanding. So the most recent thing was I was frustrated because it's hard for me to stand on my legs. Or I'll tell you two stories. And we were coming out of a store, and all of a sudden everybody just stopped. And I was like, oh my gosh, why do people just stop like this, right? And we get up there, and it was clearly someone who was struggling with a disability. So at that point I was able to see what happened. um, and so I caught myself in that moment. So it still happens. First, I want to acknowledge that. But the other thing is, those bumps when you go out of the grocery store, the safety bumps. Well, at least we have them here in California. They're yellow, half circles, and there's a whole slew of them. And they're actually there for people who are blind, so that they know they're entering a traffic um, area. Uh, and I, as someone with complex regional pain syndrome, which is a neurological disorder, and very sensitive to noise and abrupt sounds. And so people, when they roll their carts over that, it's jarring to my system. And I used to, but they don't know. How are they supposed to know? So now I've learned we just walk down the sidewalk, usually to another area where we can get off the sidewalk safely, and go around the bumps. Yeah, most people don't know, if you can see, you can take your cart and you can drive around the edge of the bump, and it's a little bit of a slope, but it works. So thankfully, my caregivers usually know that I need them to do that, and then they just do it. But we didn't get to that point without me communicating, or without them asking. And I didn't get to know who the people were in my life. A lot of times, though, there are invisible disabilities. So, what I try to remember, and like I already admitted, I'm not always 100% at this, is that no matter what someone does, they probably have a reason. So, who am I to judge? It might be me someday. Most people, I look pretty normal with the exception of my hands being wrapped. Most people probably don't understand why I walk slow. And they might just be in a hurry one day. They might be frustrated. And so I try to remember not to judge them, or to be loving in my responses when someone else is having a tough day. So let's spread the love, and I'll see you next week I'm Angela. No, tomorrow, not next week. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm Angela. It's Disability Pride Month. I'll see you later. Bye.